happening. People were hopeful. They were hoping that the situation would be getting better. There have been rounds of tear gas, police trying to contain situations, roads being closed down, and of course people are still moving. Some of the people who came here came from work at around 4 p.m. and they are not finding matatus, but the matatus, you can see one coming in and then it's gone. The people are getting a little bit aggravated, and there are people who are in the higher offices and the higher floors. And of course I have with me Sheila Chilangat, who was in State House, but she did come here and she had been checking the situation as well. Sheila, maybe if you could just tell us what exactly was happening in State House. What was the situation? Is it the way it was here in CBD, where we saw running battles at around midday? What was happening?
Hibak, thank you. We really did pitch camp at State House. All roads leading to State House as of 6 a.m. in the morning had massive police presence. We had a chance to drive through, all the ways, the roads that lead to State House, and we could see that inside of it, we would see police presence, a military presence, just showing probably their, preparations to if the protesters would actually go to those particular areas. At every block and road stop, we would see that the police actually had, put up a police check. And so every car that was getting in, if you probably lived in that particular estate, every car that was getting in was getting checked. Every person who was probably using a taxi and a cab would have to stop and alight from their cars and proceed on their, just walking to their places. And so it was truly a heightened situation at the State House, but it was contained. No protesters really did get there, despite their plans on social media. We had seen a few of them, engaging in a back and forth on whether they should actually occupy State House or not, and it did not happen. Probably, one of the wise things they have done today, Hibak.
Right, but we're seeing that there is tear gas here. Canisters are being, they're exploding right behind us. People have been contained. I am not seeing a crowd, but I am seeing tear gas. I don't know what the situation is. We did also see military, presence not only within the city, not only in CBD, but around the city. And the military was saying they were just, traversing, checking out the situation is. Some places were tense. Some places the military were actually being applauded. People were seeing that there is heightened security, but then heightened security for who exactly, Sheila?
Yeah, it begs the question, who exactly, is being tear gassed at this particular point. We do not see any crowds. Even, at State House, some of the people we spoke to were, relaying their concerns of we are having, heightened security here, yet it is peaceful. Some of them were forced to walk long distances just to get to their homes. And it is quite a day different from what we saw on Tuesday. It was projected it would have been bigger, but then we have seen lesser activity, but the crowds still go on. On social media, Hibak, we do see that, the fight, what we call it, their spirit to fight again, is what we can see on social media, but we have not seen such crowds here. And so it is just a wait and see what would the situation be here at this particular place in the evening. 6 o'clock is when they should actually go home and probably have an end to these loud tear gas canisters being lobbed into the air. We would actually want to see then what would be the situation in the evening. When you look around Hibak, you can see that there is not so much activity. This is so unusual for Nairobi City. At this time, we would be having about everybody leaving their offices, going home. But it is a situation where by 4 would see people streaming already out of the offices, out of the buildings here in Nairobi, headed home. It is quite calm, and we were making a joke right now, and we were saying, it doesn't look like Nairobi. It's empty streets, and so much happening, and we do hope that by evening this situation would have come to a rest.
Right, and commuter services have also been compromised, a lot. We do see that usually the matatu business is not really perturbed by a lot of things. Matatus keep on plying some routes. Some people are getting, the services that they're looking for, but some people are not getting the services that they are looking for. And border borders are usually not even touched. Border borders are usually not even perturbed by these things, but now we're seeing quite a difference. Now I will be handing it over back to you, Linda Alela. We are still here. Sheila will be heading to State House. We will tell you everything that is happening. We are on ground. All details will be coming to you very soon.
Hibak Saeed as well as Sheila Chelangat. Thank you so much, girls, but make sure that you keep safe.